Hey guys, jfif here, and today we're going to be looking at every single Chuck E. Cheese stage type. In this video, we will be looking at all the current Chuck E. Cheese stage types. I won't really be talking about the ones that don't exist anymore, like the rocker stage and stuff. So, only the ones that currently are still in operation I'm going to be covering. So, yeah, without further ado, let's do the video. And also, I did start a Discord server. A couple last week, so you should join up if you want to be a goober, and yeah, link in the description if you do want to join it, and yeah. The one stage is introduced in May 1992 at the Waldorf, Maryland location. It is a compact show that is resisted to only one stage. The animatronics used on this stage were cyber ants created by CEC themselves. Forgot to mention this, but they also featured all the Munch's Make Believe band characters. All the remaining one-stage locations are La Mesa, California, Toledo, Ohio, Hicksville, New York, Durham, North Carolina, Amarillo, Texas, Mobilicha, Chile, Pearl City, Hawaii, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Bellevue, Washington, and Plaza Huesta, Chile. The two stages introduced in February 1992 at the White Settlement, Texas location. Two stages pretty much the same as the one stage, except Chuck is on his own stage and the other band members are on another one. Also, there's a TV screen separating them. And the animatronics used for the two stage are cyberamics, just like the one stage. Throughout the 1990s and into the 2010s, a lot of the two stages were converted into one stages. These stages that were converted from two stages into one stages are called 1.5 stages, as a result of them being one stages but having two stage props. Pretty interesting. The last remaining two stages are located in Huntington Beach, California, Northridge, California, Annapolis, Maryland, and Willowdale, Ontario. The road stage was introduced on November 20, 1990 at the Jonesboro, Georgia location. These stages were most common for stores that were former Pizza Time Theater locations, meaning that they are cyberamics. All the animatronics on the stage are half bodies, and they're placed onto wooden boxes meant to resemble buildings and that say their name. Alright, adding this in post, I forgot to mention that Chuck is the only exempt one and he is in a half body, unlike the other ones, so yeah, my bad. The premise was that you were on a road passing by and seeing these buildings, hence the name Road Stage. It's kind of a weird concept, I guess, but it works. I don't know. This stage is honestly pretty close with me because this was the first stage type I ever memorized whenever I got into the fandom, so yeah. There is only one of these stages left in the world, which is in Mississauga, Ontario. The three stage was introduced in July 1980 whenever it was operating under the Rockfire Explosion, which was a animatronic band created by Creative Engineering. However, in November 1989, that's when it was introduced for Chuck E. Cheese stores after a process known as concept unification. Concept unification was pretty much the Rockfire Explosion characters being converted into Munch's Make Believe band characters for Chuck E. Cheese. Pretty much it. The whole video is up on YouTube. You can see the whole thing and the entire process. The stage was split up into three different stages, hence the name three stage. Stage right housed Chuck E. Cheese himself. Stage center housed Helen, Munch, and Jasper. And stage left, that's where Pasquale was. He had his own area. Later in the three stages lifespan, however, the characters Munch Jr. and Pizza Can were removed from stores. This stage is pretty common at stores that were former Showbiz pizzas. Not all of them, you had some outliers, but it was pretty much, if you saw a three stage, you know it was a former Showbiz stage. The last remaining three stages are Billings, Montana and Pineville, North Carolina. And today is also Pineville's grand reopening as I'm recording this. Wow, much wow. The C1 stage was introduced in September 2010 at the Whitehall, Pennsylvania location. It was made as a result of the store's remodel. It features the animatronic characters made by Creative Engineering, but placed them on one singular stage, hence the name Concept Unification 1 stage. Look at your boy. Corporate looked at this and they thought it could be used as an update to existing Concept Unification stages. However, it didn't really follow through, and they only installed it at two other locations. Also, kind of a random fact, if you guys know the Bonnie Goes to Chuck E. Cheese's video made by Fanaflix, it kind of blew up. I think it has 11 million views or something. But this was actually filmed at the Whitehall, Pennsylvania location. If you don't really care, that's fine too, I guess. I won't be sad. The last remaining C1 stage, however, is in Springfield, Illinois, which I may be visiting soon, so keep in mind, stay tuned, I guess. The Studio C Alpha stage was unveiled on October 3rd, 1997 at the Brooksfield, Wisconsin location and the Dallas, Texas location. It included a single bot created by Garner Holt, who also made animatronics from Disney. The idea of a single bot was introduced during the Awesome Adventure Machines installation. The idea didn't fall through, however, because it was apparently too expensive to maintain, and look at this, bro. That's so complex. But it was reused here, the concept of the single bot. The stage consisted of an Apple TV, a pizza phone, and a parrot. Yeah, you guys remember. Also, the bot was made to look more kid-friendly as a result of the change that CEC made in the mid-90s, where they changed Chuck from a rat to a mouse. Yeah, I know about this one, Chief. The last remaining Studio C Alpha stages are located in Brookfield, Wisconsin, Spartanburg, South Carolina, Burbank, California, Redwood City, California, Spokane, Washington, Maple Grove, Minnesota, Crystal Lake, Illinois, Wyoming, Pennsylvania, Mayfield Heights, Ohio, and Whitby, Ontario. There's not really a lot known about the Studio C beta stage when it comes to history, but it is known that around fall 2002 is whenever it started to show up. It was originally a replacement for constant unification stages. Where former stage left would now house the new Chuggy bot made by Garner Holt. Stage center would house 3 large TVs, and then stage right would house a giant blue screen. In May 2012, this stage was updated to include many variants from the Studio C Kappa stage. The remaining Studio C beta stages are located in Burlington, Washington, Band Mountain, Puerto Rico, Beaverton, Oregon, Gurnee, Illinois, Langley, British Columbia, Nanuet, New York, South Edmonton, Alberta, Gastonia, North Carolina, North Edmonton, Alberta, Vaughan, Ontario, Caluwas, Puerto Rico, Calgary, Alberta, Regina, Saskatchewan, Galleria Suprema, Guatemala, Silverdale, Washington, Carolina, Puerto Rico, Tupelo, Mississippi, Honolulu, Hawaii, Jackson, Mississippi, Fayetteville, Arkansas, Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, Decatur, Alabama, Indianapolis, Indiana, Monroe, Louisiana, Independence, Missouri, and Chicago, Illinois. This stage was pretty much the product of a scrapped idea. This stage featured the Garner Holt bot like all the Studio Cs and was unveiled in 2002 at Joplin, Missouri. The concept originally began when CEC Entertainment wanted to open CEC locations in smaller cities. So they came up with the small town CEC concept. I don't have any. I don't have no batteries. Alright, sorry I was interrupted. So the small town CEC stage, it wasn't really a stage really. It was really just 3 TVs mounted on a wall and a blue screen. When they started putting this in stores, this idea didn't really sit well with patrons, so it was scrapped entirely, and the Studio C Kappa was born. This was pretty much the same as the Studio C beta stage, but different layout kinda. The 3 TVs and stuff were on top of the blue screen instead of next to it like the beta stage. The remaining Studio C Kappa stages are located in Jackson, Tennessee, Janesville, Wisconsin, Muncie, Indiana, Kokomo, Indiana, Asheville, North Carolina, Sumter, South Carolina, Salisbury, Maryland, Longview, Texas, Dothan, Alabama, College Station, Texas, Lake Jackson, Texas, and Abilene, Texas. The Circle of Light stage concept was unveiled in August 2012 in Dallas, Texas. More specifically, the Montfort location. Shout out Zach for the floor plans. This stage concluded of LED backlight wall panels and a large HD video screen, along with theater-like lighting. The back wall is also interactive, so you can do silly things with it. Ooh. In September 2012, however, the Dallas location that had first opened with this stage removed their bot from it. No one's really sure why, and this didn't really go on to affect any other Circle of Light installations until August 2013, whenever the second botless store opened their doors, which is Montgomery, Alabama. And that's when the botless variants of this stage really started to show up. For the current locations, I'm gonna only name out the ones that have a bot because in total there's 65 locations, counting with and without bots. So in order to save time, we're just gonna talk about the ones with the bot. So the remaining locations are Birmingham, Alabama, Naples, Florida, Chipotle, Hawaii, Melrose Park, Illinois, Tacoma Park, Maryland, Westlake, Texas, and Salt Lake City, Utah. Alright, well that'll be it for this video. information for this video, how I found stuff out, came from showbizpizza.com and Cheesepedia, so they really came in clutch with this one. And yeah, Discord server link is in the description, and that's it.
I want the government to know where I am. You know?